Ian, this weekend, another tricky tie, the journey to Arbroath. What are you expecting from that game?
Yeah, like you say, Neil, another very, very hard game. Arbroath have not started how they wanted. That's clear. We all want to start like a train, and neither of us have. So a very hard game against a really experienced side, really good management, and Dick Campbell's done a wonderful job at Arbroath, not just last season, but people forget how it's taken them time to build that team and get them in a position where they were a whisker away from getting themselves into the top league, which would be a phenomenal achievement.
Yeah. And I suppose both teams will be looking at the other, looking for them to bounce back from, like you said, those less than impressive starts in some cases.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Dick and his backing staff have been in the game longer than myself, and I've been through this more than myself. They've had highs and lows like myself, but we all know the feelings of disappointment, and also when we've done well and we move to the next game, they'll be looking to win the game. We look to win the game, so we expect a really, really tough match up there against, as I said, experienced side. But full faith in my players and my guys to go there and give them a real game.
Yeah, a key aspect of the last game here, home against Inverness, was Jamie Gullen having to go off with that strain. How's he responded, and has he got any chance of making the squad?
He's got a small chance. It's not as bad as we first thought. We thought because he'd did his hitting his effort, which was an incredible effort from Jamie. But sod's law at the moment for us that it seems to, it's one step forward, couple back for Jamie, and he was getting a good run of games. He was causing them in Inverness a lot of problems. Showed his quality and his awareness of where the goalkeeper was, and there's not many players that would have tried that. So and he's pulled up straight after. But we've caught it early, which is great. We thought at the time it was probably a tear, which is normally a minimum 4 to 6 week job. It's not a tear, which is great news. This week might come too early for him. It might be a case that we can put him on the bench and try and be careful with him, but certainly we're hoping in the next 7 to 10 days that Jamie will be back fully. But again, it's one of those ones where you've just got to keep a wee eye on. Yeah,
and of course, when a player's not available or may not be available for any reason, the obvious thing is that it's a chance for somebody else. Conor McBride came on, and despite it being his first game in several months, he showed up well initially, didn't he, against Inverness?
Yeah, very hard again. The player only signs a couple of days before, and he's been asked to come on, fairly early in the game. But again, we take the positives from Jamie's disappointment and the team's disappointment. It shows players that they need to be ready. Just because you're not in the starting 11, in the game, you have to be ready in the first minute, you have to be ready in the last minute. So it's about learning for young players. It's about being in situations that they've not been in before. It's about experience. So we'll see what we do tomorrow. We'll see who we've got. We kind of have to wait now until tomorrow to see who we've got. Dylan Easton picked up a knock as well, so we'll check on him as well, and then we go from there.
Yeah, a lot of the time when we look at football, when we talk about football, it's not just the results and the performances, but it's also the attitude that players give off. How have the players responded to the Inverness game, and how's their approach been during the week in training?
Exactly how I expected. I can't speak highly enough of their attitude, their willingness to learn, their work rate as well, and I've told them that. Of course, we have to look at the negatives. We look at the goals we've conceded, we look at our decision making, and we have to also look at the bigger picture, which we do all the time. And as disappointed as we all were on Saturday, myself included, it was a tough Saturday night. By Monday morning, we're all ready to go again. We get up and we come to work, and we try and rectify the problems that we created for ourselves more than anything else, and we try and educate the players of things that they've done right, but also plenty of things that they've done well. And they've been great. As I say, adversity is sometimes the biggest and best thing you can ever have, because it brings you together, it brings a strong mentality, it brings a togetherness, and I feel that coming week after week, day after day. Players have got a smile on their face, and they should have, because yes, we lost a game, yes, people were frustrated with us, yes, we understand that, but these boys are giving everything.
Yeah, obviously another thing that caught the headlines this week, Aaron Arnott joined Brecon City in the Highland League on loan. What's that loan until the end of the season potentially going to do for Aaron? How's he going to benefit?
Oh, experience, games. Aaron's a good player. It's not something we do lightly. It's not something that we just decide, okay, let's send him out on loan. It's something we discuss with the player. we discuss with his agent. I think the biggest thing for me was Aaron is a hungry young player who wants to play football. I think it shows his character, and it shows his attitude, that he's willing to go to the Highland League and play football, and it'll be great for him. You know, he's going into a team that is looking to gain promotion. He's going to work under a very good manager with very good staff around him, and we can, you know, also train with him during the week, because obviously of their part-time status. So very simple one. Aaron wants games. We've got a couple of boys coming back. You know, Brad's now back in the squad. Ross Matthews now back in the pitch doing very, very light football work or running work, so we'll hopefully have him back in our squad in the next 10-12 days, with Thomas Lang, who's probably 3 to 4 weeks away from being fully fit, which is great news as well. So it was a case of players coming back, an opportunity for Aaron first and foremost to gain that much needed experience, and again he'll go there and he'll take bumps and bruises, he'll have highs and lows, but he'll come back a better player.
And just expanding on that answer there, is it an aspect of being in the Highland League that he'll learn the physical side even more so and even quicker than he might have done in, say, League 1 or 2?
Yeah, it will be, because you'll be playing more. You'll be playing more games. There's no guarantees. League 1 and 2 are tough leagues, and some very, very good teams, especially in League 1. Brecon showed a real hunger to get him to the club as well, which is great, because you know, they want him to play, and he will play. He'll be a really good player for them. They're getting a really good young player, but they're also getting a good young man as well, which was vitally important that they knew that, and they do know that. So not just the player they're getting somebody who will bring real drive and enthusiasm to their team, someone who will hopefully help them get promoted, because we want to help teams as well as ourselves. But ultimately this is for Aaron. This is for Aaron to benefit, and for him to come back to Raith Rovers, be that in January or at the end of the season, a better footballer.
And up there at Arbroath this weekend, it's always a good day out for the supporters. You know, we're going to be in the Pleasureland end, and you know, with the climate and the conditions there, it's always going to be testing for everyone. But how important is it for you that you get that strong vocal backing from the away support?
Yeah, of course, you know, but we know hopefully the wind machine's turned off this weekend up there. We know what it's like. We expect a tough game, so all the support we get, you know, we're so grateful for. We understand frustrations as well. You know, it's very, very easy sometimes to support a winning team. People can jump on a bandwagon when you're not doing so well, or when you need a bit of help. That's when the real grit and determination and the real supporters come out and give you that backing. And as I said every week, I can guarantee them 100% from us. It might not fall our way, because we have no guarantees in football, but certainly their support, you know, it's invaluable to us. We need them as much as they need the 11 players in the park or the 16 players that we use. We need all the help we can get from the supporters, and they've been great so far.
Great, good stuff. Good luck.
Thank you.